Hey guys! Hey guys, it is Kristen Miller, and I am so excited to be here with you guys today, live on Facebook, as we are going to talk about how to get more people to your live events. So, if you're watching the replay, drop a comment, let me know that you're here. Let me know who you help. If you're a coach, who do you help? What is your signature method? I'd love to hear about your live events. What type of live events do you do? Do you do webinars, master classes, challenges? And we're going to talk about how to get more people to show up live, which is so important with your live events. We're going to talk about why that is. And okay, so let's get started. So if you are a coach and you are not running live events now, you should be, right? And so that could be anything, master classes, webinars, multi-day master classes. It could be free master classes, paid master classes, multi-day challenges. Why is it so important? It's so that you can get a group of people in a room together and talk to them about your method, talk to them about what you teach, and then offer something for sale, right? So it's no longer selling one-to-one, it's selling one-to-many. And you can say the same thing to multiple different people all at the same time, right? How amazing is that? Cuts down on sales calls because you're not having 100 different sales calls, you're inviting 100 people to the room with you. And it's not just a sales call, right? It's a learning event. You get to teach your method. You get to teach whatever skill or strategy you offer, right? What is that thing that they need to know, that thing that you want to share with people? And getting them all in the room together means that you only have to say it once. Now, a lot of people sign up for things intending to watch the replay, right? Let me know if you have experienced that, or if that's you. I know I have signed up for things a time or two just intending to watch the replay. Number one, because maybe the time just didn't work for my schedule at all, or just because I was planning to watch the replay after all. But it's really important to get people to watch your videos live, right? Why is live so important? The people who are watching live are very engaged, right? They are commenting, they're sharing, they want to be there. It's very important to them, right? And the people that are attending live are the more likely to buy from you during the live event or after the live event, right? So it's really important to get people on live, even if it's just a short amount of time, so that they can ask their questions, get a feel for your energy, right? So it's really important to get people to show up live, right? Because the number of people that you have showing up live is going to directly correlate with the number of conversions that you have for whatever that you're selling, right? So let me know in the comments if you have done a live event before. What type of live event did you do? Okay. Now, a lot of people, when they do a live event, right, there's work involved to set up the live event, right? You have to set up your opt-in page, you have to set up your delivery email, you have to have a thank you page, right? There's things that you have to do, right? So there's work that goes into it. And sometimes part of the follow-up is either forgotten or it's not known, right? And there's a lot of follow-up that needs to happen, especially these days when the people that we are inviting to our master classes and webinars have so much going on in their lives, right? They are busy people. I'm a busy person, you're a busy person, everyone's super busy, and we miss emails all the time. I can't tell you the number of people who reply to my emails like a week later, and I'm like, I'm sorry you missed it, right? It's just because it's overwhelming the number of emails people have and that they get. So we need to make it really, really, really easy for them, like ridiculously easy for them to show up to your live event, okay? That means that we need to send them a reminder, okay? Reminders are super important. And reminders are the things that coaches forget to do a lot of times, or not sending enough reminders. So let's talk about what type of reminders can we do. There's a few different levers that you can pull to remind people to come to your live event. Because there are so many times people sign up with the best of intentions. They want to show up, it fits their schedule, it's really important to them, and yet they just forget to show up, right? Because they are doing something else. Or if you're like me, if it's not on my calendar, I'm not going to remember that it's even happening, right? So if that is you, or if that's your audience, if it's not on my calendar, I'm not going to remember it at all, 100%. So we need to make it really, really stupidly easy to add it to their calendar, okay? And we need to do it for them, right? We need to do as much as we can for them without asking them to take another step. Now, this is super important if you are running ads to get people to your live events. If you are spending money to get people to your live events, that means that you're most likely getting people who maybe have never heard of you before. They're a cold audience, right? They don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you. The emails might not even be going into their actual inbox, right? And maybe ending up in promotions or whatever. But if you are spending money to get people into your live event, you want to make sure that they get that right away, okay? So we need to give it to them in multiple different ways. So the best way to get people to show up to your live event live is by giving them a calendar reminder link, okay? So this is different than your booking calendar. This is not Calendly, this is not your CRM link. This isn't a Zoom registration link either. It's not a Google Calendar link, right? This is a link that you can give out to anyone who signs up to your event, and they can add the event to their calendar in one click, okay? So I created an app called Save Your Spot to do this for you very quickly and easily, okay? So all you have to do is go to the page, fill in your event details, and you get a link, okay? One single link that you can share with everyone you're inviting to your call. So after they sign up, they get this reminder link, right? All they have to do is click on it and add it to their calendar. So now it's on their calendar. It's more likely, probably like 80% more likely that they will actually show up to your call, right? Or if they miss it, they at least know they missed it. So where do you put this calendar link, and why is it so important? And how do you put it like in their face so that they know exactly what it is and what they need to do, right? So there are 3 different places that you would put this link. Now the great thing about this is that it's a single link that you can share with everyone. So we're not relying on Zoom registrations that sends a personalized link to that person, but you are asking them to take another step, right? They have to sign up and they have to register on that Zoom page. They get an email and they have to then do the steps, right? This is a single link that you can share with anyone. So you can set it up in your scheduled emails. You can put it on your thank you page. So before we get ahead of ourselves, where are the 3 places that you need to put this link? Number 1, you need to put it on the thank you page. Now, even if you sell something on the thank you page, which I highly recommend for all your live masterclasses, at the very top of the page, you can have you're in, here's the link. They just need to click the link in order to add it to the calendar, right? Add to calendar. So it's really important to have it there on the thank you page that they see next, okay? So that they know that they're in and they can click it right away. Because when people get to that thank you page, they expect instructions, right? And we need to give them instructions, and we need to make it so easy that, and so step by step that they know exactly what to do, okay? We can't rely on them knowing what the next step is, right? We have to tell them what the next step is. So at the top of your thank you page, you have that link to add it to their calendar. Okay, that is the first lever, the first step. Because after someone signs up for your free event, that's when they are most excited for it, right? They wish it happened right now, right? They are most ready for it. They remember it. If you send this later, they may have forgotten, right? So we want to have it very first thing on that top of that thank you page. The next place you're going to put that calendar link is in the welcome email. Okay, so when you send them that email, that goes right out after they sign up. Make sure that it says add this to your calendar, and it links to that calendar link so that they can add it to their calendar. Now let me go ahead. I'm dropping the link in the comments, it may be in the description, so that you can go ahead and save your spot. Right now it is only $7, one-time payment. It's not a subscription, and you will be able to use it right away, and it will be going up Sunday night. So I highly recommend getting it now. Even if you are planning a webinar in the next few months, the price will be going up. It's never going to be this low again, and it is a one-time fee, right? So everyone else doing this costs more, it's recurring, so grab it now while it's only $7. So we talked about where your link needs to be, your invitation to the calendar, right? It needs to be on the thank you page, top of the thank you page. It needs to be in the welcome email, somewhere like highlighted so that they know they can click here. What are the steps you need to take? First step, add it to your calendar so you can show up live. Very first step, add it to your calendar. Where else are you going to put it? The other really important lever in reminders that not enough people do with their live events is having reminder emails before the event, okay? And when I talk to coaches about this, they're kind of shocked at the number of emails you actually need to send before your live event. Because the more emails you send, the more reminders you send, the more people are going to show up to your event, right? Some people may unsubscribe, that's totally fine, it's not for them. But the more people that show up live means the more sales you're going to get. So you do need to send those emails. So what reminders do you need? Now, of course, you do need some emails in between just so they don't forget who you are. If you are running ads and you're getting a lot of cold people in who don't know you, they're going to forget really quickly what they signed up for. So you need to continually remind them and remind them why it's important, right? So those are just emails in between. But starting at least the day before is when your reminders start, okay? 24 hours before the event, your first reminder, right? A couple hours, so like if your event is on a Monday, right? So you would want to send the day of reminder early that morning, right? So like before the day starts. Now it can get a little bit tricky with time zones. You just have to do your best. I just kind of stick with my time zone. So if my call is going to be at 12 noon, I send it at 6 a.m. that day of reminder, right? So they start their Monday out, they know exactly what's happening that day. So they get that reminder first thing Monday morning. So there is the day before, 24 hours before, the day of, the morning of your event. And then you start your reminders at least an hour before the event, okay? So you could do one a couple of hours before, but usually my live events are kind of like in the morning. If your live event is more like in the evening, you might want to send another one in between, but mine are in the morning. So I usually just send the day of, and then I start an hour before. So your live event's happening in 1 hour. Now in all of these reminder emails, you're going to include your Zoom link, and you're also going to include the calendar link, right? It's not too late to send the calendar link, right? They can still add it to their calendar. They can still get the reminders through their calendar. Same thing, right? If it's not on the calendar, people don't go. So even if it's the same day, you can still send that calendar link. People will still add it to their calendar. Okay, so we've got the day before, we've got the day of, we've got an hour before, and then like 15 minutes before, because 15 minutes before is actually your live email, okay? Emails don't usually send out exactly when you schedule it. So you want to send it a little bit earlier so that it gets time to go through the systems, it gets through the internet, right? Ends up in their inbox, and then they can open it, right? So I usually send my I'm live email 15 minutes before, especially because with the program that I use, I am limited to like every 15-minute increments with scheduling. So I can't send it 5 minutes before. But you just need to send it a little bit before, 5 to 15 minutes before, and that's your live. Now, After that, you can send another email while you are live, especially if you plan on having a longish event. So if you know your event's going to be like an hour and a half to 2 hours, you can still send an email. Hey, we're still live, or we are live right now, to get more people to join even during, right? It's not too late to send an email during the event and get people reminded to come in. People will still join. That's the thing with live events. Sometimes people join at the very beginning. Sometimes people hop in and out. Sometimes people come in towards the middle, towards the end. And you want to keep reminding them to come, because even if they come for a little bit, your live viewers are going to be your hottest buyers. So if you're joining the call right now, I want to know in the comments, what kind of coach are you? What is your signature method? And tell me about your live events. What type of live events are you doing? Are you doing masterclasses, webinars? And what has been your experience in getting people to join? So many people forget the reminder part, right? They forget, they don't want to bother people. They don't want to send too many emails, but it really is important to send a lot of emails. So many times when I work with coaches and I say, you need to send, what is it? The day before, day of, 1 hour before, 15 minutes. That's for just reminders for the call, right? That's a lot of emails, but that's just that day. Now, if you're doing a challenge, you want to do this every day. You want to make sure those reminders go out every single day of your live event. So if you're live for a couple of days, you want to make sure that your reminder emails go out the same schedule. Now, you don't need that 24-hour in advance, but you do need the 1 hour before, the 15-minute before your live video, right? The morning of, 15-minute, and then you're live. So that is the minimum reminder emails, okay? So the Save Your Spot app is what creates that calendar link that you can share with multiple people. So this isn't a one-to-one calendar. It's not a Calendly link. It's not TidyCal or any booking system, right? You're not booking a calendar event one-to-one. So some of the questions that I've gotten about Save Your Spot is, does this replace a Zoom registration? Does this replace Calendly? Does this replace a Google Calendar? Like, why do I need this if I'm already using Google Calendar? Google Calendar is what you can use when you have meetings with someone one-to-one, right? So if you are just meeting with someone like a discovery call or a coaching session, yeah, you can just set them up on your Google Calendar. You don't need this, right? This is for one-to-many events, right? This is for masterclasses when you're inviting 5+ people to the event, right? This is anything where more than one person is coming in, and you want to send them a reminder calendar link, right? That's why this is important. Now, let me know what type of webinars, masterclasses you are running in the comments. I would love to know what type of events that you're running. What type of coach are you? What is your signature method? How do you work with clients? Oh my gosh. Okay. So let me know in the comments what type of coach you are and how you set up your masterclasses. So let's talk it through the setup process for your masterclass, right? So you set up your opt-in page so that people can register for the event, right? Then you set up your thank you page. You're going to start using your calendar link on the thank you page, right? That is the reminder link. Set it up at the top of the page, add this to your calendar, and then to create the link, well, first of all, you purchase Save Your Spot app, and then you go into the page and you enter your event details. So what is the masterclass name? When is it happening? To and from? Where is it happening? Like your Zoom link, maybe it's on school, maybe it's somewhere else. How are people joining your call, right? And then it generates a link that you can share with more than one person, okay? So once you have that, you add that to your thank you page, you add that to your welcome email, and then you add it to any future email reminders that you send to get people to show up live. So why is showing up live so important to your webinar success? right? It really all comes down to math, right? Because the people who show up live to your event are going to be your hottest buyers. Now, this is so especially important if you are running ads to get people onto your live event, to register for your live event, okay? So if you are using ads and you're spending money to get people to sign up for your live event, you want them to show up, right? And if they've never heard of you before, there's a barrier, right? They don't trust you yet. So maybe they're going to show up, maybe they're not. They sign up for something for free, you know. How do you make it so easy for them to add it to their calendar that, you know, they're going to show up? Because if you're like me, if it's not on your calendar, it doesn't happen, right? So let me know what type of live events you're running. Let me know what type of coach you are, how you help people, what is your signature method. And then go grab Save Your Spot. So the Save Your Spot app, I created for coaches like you who run live events with multiple people, like one-to-many, right? You are setting up a live event to have 100 people, 300 people, 500 people show up, and you want to send them one calendar link, right? You can't use Google Calendar for this because that's like a one-to-one, right? You're not going to add 500 people to your Google Calendar. You want to send them one link that everyone can use to add it to their own calendar. That's what Save Your Spot app does. And for right now, until Sunday night, it is only $7, right? This is a one-time fee. $7 gets you in for life. It will be going up Sunday at midnight. So I highly recommend, if you are running live masterclasses or webinars, you grab this so that you can increase your show-up rate, which means increasing your conversions, which means increasing your sales, right? That's what it's all about. So let me know what experience you have with reminders, because this is one thing. This is the one lever when it comes to live events that so many people forget about. They're so worried about, what are they going to say during the live event? Do you have your slides ready? Do you have your sales page ready for what you're going to sell, right? That they forget that the reminders is the most important part. Getting people to show up to your call is the most important part, because you could have 100 people sign up for your webinar, right? And no one show up. And this has happened. This has happened to lots of coaches, especially if you're new to running webinars or masterclasses. You might not know this, right? You may not know about this reminder thing that you absolutely need to have for your live events, because it's not enough. It's not enough to have someone sign up, okay? It is not enough just to get signups. You have to have them show up live. Your show up rate is going to determine your sales rate. Your show up rate is going to determine your conversion rate. So you need to make sure that you are reminding people, right? We can't leave it up to them. We can't leave it up to them. You can't say, add it to your calendar, and then expect them to do it. We need to make it as easy as possible. And we do that by creating this add to calendar link. So all they have to do is press a button. Now, let me know if you've experienced this before. And I have seen this across the board, right? People set up their webinar, they have that welcome email. It says, add this to your calendar so you don't forget, but there's no link. Are you going to sign it to your calendar? Are you going to sign up and put that on your calendar? I'm not. I'm not. I do not have time for that. It doesn't take long, but I'm still not doing it, right? Especially now that I know that I can set up a calendar link in 60 seconds, and it only costs $7 to do that, right? Other systems, other programs are out there to set up links like this. They are not this inexpensive, right? This is a beta offer. That means it's brand new. This means I just created it for you, and the price is going up on Sunday night. And this is the one thing that you need to have if you are running masterclasses, right? You get people to sign up, but you need them to show up, okay? You can't rely on them watching the replay. So many people sign up with the best of intentions, and if it's not on their calendar, they're gonna forget all about it, right? If you're not sending reminder emails, they're gonna forget all about it. You can't expect that just because they signed up for it, that they actually are going to show up for it. Okay, we need to make it so easy that we're basically doing it for them. We're doing absolutely everything we can to do it for them, to get it on their calendar so that they know when it is, they know the link, right? No more people running around asking, where's the link? Where's the link? The link is in your calendar, right? It's built in, right? We make it so easy. So when you create when you generate that link for to share with everyone, it's got the Zoom link in there. It's got the date and time, right? It's got time zones. Time zones are huge, right? Making sure that you get the right time zone. And we don't want to rely on just asking them to add it to their calendar, because 9 times out of 10 they won't. Okay, so even if your emails say add this to your calendar, it's not going to happen. So for $7, you can get the Save Your Spot app, and you can generate that link so that you can get 50% more people showing up live to your event, right? So that is so, so, so important. Okay, I'm going to sign off in just a minute. If you guys have any questions, go ahead, drop them in the comments. If you're watching the replay of this, I still want to know, how do you help people? What's your signature offer? Tell me about your masterclass. What has been your experience, right? If you want to jump on a call and have me audit your setup process, we can do that. If you have questions about the Save Your Spot app, go ahead and add them in the questions, or just click the link and buy it. It's $7 from now until tomorrow night at midnight. It is going up after that, okay? All right, so let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will see you all later.